Hi girls, Sally here from Bridalicious. In this video I'm going to offer you a few of my favourite portioning tips. I'm of the opinion that most of us know what to eat, we just don't do it. I'm also of the opinion that I can give you the latest, most evidence-based nutrition advice or the most thoughtfully constructed meal plan and you won't stick to it 100%. Why? Because you're human, not a robot. Plus, food is one of the world's most addictive substances. But it's fundamentally different from every other addictive substance in one way. We need it. So our challenge is to learn to portion that addiction. Obviously I can't do this for you, but I feel that my job as a health professional is to take you, the horse, forgive me, to water so that you can choose to drink. I can give you the tips and point you to the healthy habits that will make the choice easier with each new encounter. After all, once we know something, we can't live in ignorance anymore, but instead are given a choice. During your 4 weeks of finding your flow, my aim was to equip you with the fundamentals of eating so that you can choose a healthy eating lifestyle that works for you. Want extraordinary results and tolerating the changes well, then choose to commit wholeheartedly to the program. Finding the program or life in general a bit of a struggle and can't see yourself sustaining the lifestyle changes? Then adapt to find your flow. The best outcome is finding your flow that is sustainable. The wedding day will come and go, but your health lifestyle is a journey, not a destination. Okay, enough with the pep talk and back to the food fundamentals. Let me ask you this question. What's on your plate? Seriously, if I was to come and sit down with you during every meal, during your past week that's just gone, would you proudly show me the quality and quantity of your foods on your plate? Or would you kind of hide them sheepishly under your arm because it's full to overflowing, maybe even with the right stuff, but of epic proportions? To give you a bit more of a guide as to choose the correct portions, here are a few of my favourite tips. At each meal, including snacks, you should aim to have an equal portion of protein, something like nuts, and carbohydrates. This helps to lower the GI of your food for hunger control, as well as improve the absorption of your food. A great measure of portion sizes is that of your closed fist. As women, we tend to have smaller fists than men, so we essentially should serve ourselves smaller portions, rather than dishing ourselves up the same as our man. The remaining portion of your plate should be vegetables or salad. Here's an example of a plate I prepared earlier. You can see that 1/4 of the plate is protein, so lean meat, fish, eggs, tofu would be an example of your protein. 1/4 is carbohydrates, so like your brown rice or your whole grain pasta, and the remainder of your plate should be salad or vegetables. So that's a really balanced and wholesome meal if you're having 1/4 protein, 1/4 carbohydrates, and the remainder vegetables and salad, particularly for your main meals. Another tip when trying to achieve wedding weight loss is to eat 80% of your former portions. This is consistent with the thinking by dietitians that recommend initially lowering your overall calorie intake by 20% when desiring weight loss. Again, the pain and pleasure scale. We need something that's not too painful, not too much deprivation. A community that practices this as a lifestyle is the Okinawans, who are a Japanese community renowned for living long, happy and healthy lives. They have a tradition before eating each meal where they say, "Hari Hachi Bu," and this means eat until you're 80% full. And this ensures they control their portions and allows the buffer of 20 minutes delay between when we actually eat and when our stomach registers we're full. If you're conditioned, maybe even since childhood, to eating everything on your plate, then only serve yourself up 80% of normal. Another proven weight loss technique is to serve yourself on a small plate, so maybe an 11-inch plate rather than a 13-inch plate. Also remember your hunger meter test and try to keep your tank 3/4 full or satisfied and not hungry at all times. This week, notice if your meals and snacks include around a fist size of portion and carbohydrates for main meals like lunch and dinner, that they also include half a plate of vegetables and salad. Notice if this supports your appetite as well as your waistline.